Okay, so this is a quick video on how to create a virtual machine for the referral bot for League of Legends. So as you can see here, I'm using VMware Workstation. You could use any other virtual machine emulator you want, but I don't use those other programs, so I don't know how to set those up. If you know how to set up, you're free to use them. Um, so first of all, you want to create a new virtual machine, and you're going to use typical. So you're going to select where you want to install from. If you torrented your OS from the internet, you're going to choose this because you're going to have an ISO form. If you have it burned on a CD or DVD, you're going to choose installer disk and choose the one that has your OS on it. Now I'm using Windows XP Professional SP3 just so that XP requires a lot less to run. So here the product key, it doesn't really matter what your product key is as long as you can get through your installation. So even if this key is blacklisted by Microsoft, it doesn't matter because you're not going to need any updates from Microsoft. So once you typed in your serial key, your product key, you just press next. Doesn't really matter what you call it. Now here you're going to give a number between 15 and 20 because a full installation of XP with your required updates, or not an update but net framework, and League of Legends is going to be about 9 to 12 gigs depending on just temporary files and stuff like that. So usually I just give it 15 and I choose single file as your virtual disk because split file may reduce performance as it says right there. Here is what's important. You have to customize your software. Your memory, I would suggest 2 gigs, but for most parts 1 gig should be fine. Just for our purpose, we're going to choose 2. Number processor, just leave it at default. You'll need this later on. Remove floppy drive. You need network. Now USB controller, if you're on a laptop and you have keyboard and mouse pad, you don't need it. But if you're on a desktop, you need to plug in as USB mouse, USB keyboard, then you need to keep it. But since I'm on a laptop, I don't need it. Sound card, you don't need that, and you don't need the printer. Okay, for display, this is important. You have to specify one monitor at 1024 times 768. If you don't do that, or you set at another resolution, the bot's not going to work because the bot actually looks for a specific arrangement of pixels when it's running, so it can differentiate between the loading screen and the in-game screen. So make sure you set at one monitor 1024 times 768. So once that's done, you can just press finish and you should start installing your OS. Now I'm not going to do that because I already did that. Okay, so here's a fresh install of Windows XP SP3. So first thing you're going to do is go to settings, or if I can do it, go to settings, and you're going to go into options, shared folder, and you're going to enable, it doesn't matter which one you choose for, but you have to enable folder sharing and map network drive as guest. Then the folder, it doesn't really matter where the folder you choose the host path. Usually I just put it as desktop. So here, desktop. Now I do this because I already have all the files I needed downloaded while it was installing XP. So while your XP is installing, you're going to need to download 2 things. So first you're going to download is League of Legends, so you're going to go leagueoflegends.com, and then you're simply going to get download game. So basically you're going to download the game and you're going to run it. Then the next thing you're going to need is Net Frameworks 3.5, and basically you can just download the first one because it doesn't really matter. Now, as you can see here, it's not going to ask you for verification that you're a genuine OS or whatever. You just press download and it'll start downloading. So once you have those two downloaded, like I have right here, you're going to get a folder called League of Legends and one that's called .NET FX35 setup.exe. So what you're going to do is go into your virtual machine. Then, because I already enabled file sharing on my computers, you'll see that right here there's a share folder on VMware host, and there will be desktop. Now you're just going to copy your League of Legends folder file and your .NET. Okay, so the file transfer was taking way too long, so I'm not really going to go through it. Basically, you're just going to run your two downloaded files. So first of all, you're going to run your .NET fx35 setup.exe inside your League of Legends folder, you're going to run the setup.exe. You can run both of them at the same time, it doesn't really matter. And once those two are installed, you're just going to run your once those two are installed and you've downloaded your referral bot, you're just going to open League of Legends, log in, and once you logged in, you're just going to run the bot. So that's pretty much it. And as you can see here, I have a bot running. Okay, so quick thing I forgot to mention. So in your video setting, in your in-game setting, this is what you want to set it to. So first one doesn't matter. Second one, obviously you're going to set it to 1024 times 768. Third one, doesn't really matter which one you set it at, but usually I set it at full screen. So character quality, low, very low. So just set everything else to very low. I think shadows, the lowest you can go is low, and frame rate put at stable. Disable vertical sync and enable hub animation. So disable hub animation. This will ensure that your game runs smoothly, so it doesn't lag and stuff, so it doesn't mess up the timings. So that's basically it, and yeah. So when your bot is running, make sure you press Control Alt. So as you can see here, if I'm using my mouse inside my virtual machine, and on the left bottom here, if my mouse is inside a virtual machine, it says to return to your computer, press Alt, Control, press Alt. So basically what that does is disconnects your actual mouse from the mouse of a virtual machine. This way you don't accidentally put in, random stuff or commands into your virtual machine.